evening, and welcome to episode number 169 of The Other Side of the Ball. And real quickly,
Nice.
hold on, wait, what are we doing? Come on. Trying to show the new background digs, per se, with some AI background there, but nonetheless, welcome. It's Dub, it's Corey, it's 2-5 with the bucket hat on, and I'm not for the weak. That's a very descriptive shirt to describe 2-5 there. So that is your public service announcement and disclaimer. Corey Hammond is back after being dad last week. Welcome back, Corey.
Well, thanks for having me.
Looks like you just woke up just like I did.
No, I'm actually coming from a football practice.
Oh
We got
yes.
my son is playing flag. That's if you had Kalshi against it, you lost. So if you bet that my kid would be playing flag, I think Kalshi pays out really like I think 6-1 on that bet. So good for you. I didn't give out any insider information, so that's just vibes thing. But thanks for having me back. What's up, Knox? Once
Corey,
upon a
what's going
time,
on,
not
brother?
even a real human being here in the flesh. What's up with you,
What's
man?
going on, brother? How you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I got the got the blood flowing, so I'm in a good mood.
That's
You know,
good.
or,
That's
I don't know
good.
if you guys know, but I'll give you a little preview. Yeah,
We got snow in the tri-state area.
we got a northeast situation going on. But it's been in close to 40s, so we're starting to get a little melt here.
So here's my question, Corey. How do you drive in that? Or should I say, how do you drive effectively in that?
Carefully, and it's not like the streets aren't, plowed. That's just how the Northeast gets down. We pay those guys overtime to go overnight and do the dirty work so we can all get to work and school.
Okay, so you guys don't
Uh,
have to do the whole chains on the tires like in some areas.
well, I mean, I live in New Jersey, not Newfoundland, so
Hey,
it's it's
it's just a
I get
question.
no, it's a good question. We get inches of snow, not feet, so we're good. It's still in the inches. Yeah, but yeah, so got outside. I was in a dome. It was in the indoor facility, but
Oh yes, flag football indoors. All right.
football
Well,
is closing in on us, gentlemen.
yes, it is, and just to give you a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, of how close it is. Um, just to give you a nice friendly reminder that season 12 is coming to you on the 15th of March, as
The
we just
Ides,
announced
the Ides of
yesterday.
March.
As
So
we
many
just
steps.
announced on last week's show, that Atmosphere TV has signed a new deal to be a content partner with the A7FL, so you can watch um, considered games on Atmosphere TV. And yes, it is 80 degrees in the Valley of the Sun for a 1 mil carry. Right now, it was a high of 77 here in the valley today. So certainly not having winter-like conditions in some areas.
Well, this is a fully national league, so we can talk about how it's probably negative Fahrenheit in Ohio with icicles the size of small dinosaurs hanging off people's
Yes.
houses. And then you have the Northeast where we bitch and complain, but we're moderately assaulted each season by both heat and cold. And then you get the sweltering sweat box that is your area, and it's 80 degrees out there. And if I transported myself from this temperature to out there, I feel like I would be out of breath just as yeah, Jonathan Clark, it's cold as hell out here. Yeah, it's way colder out there. But as much meteorology as we get into, I think we have some footballology to get into. I did to be fair to our audience, I wanted to get on the Renegades general manager and former BIC great Ron Clerk, aka Gotcha Number, aka Mr. Hitstick, but he has since ghosted me for reasons maybe we will be reporting today on the show. as there are Renegades updates to be had. But gentlemen, starting in the West Coast, do you guys have any news as we get closer to the season on what RTC will say to troll the Vegas division today?
I don't know, but one thing I do know is 2-5 has come out and said that he needs a team to play for in 2026. He says he wants to make 3-on-1s great again, and
Nice.
I will let 2-5 announce that if he has found a team or if he's still looking for a team.
No. Still looking for a team, even though we like only so far away. Still looking for a team, you know.
All right, well, to those in Nevada, 2-5 still needs a football team. Now, I do have a guest coming on. He is likely to give us a few minutes of his time. Possibly might have two guests, as RTU is giving us the eye emoji, if you
Oh,
will.
the Baltimore T. We're
Yes,
gonna have
the
to ask him to say Aaron earned an iron earn, but other than that, I think we're good to go.
now, Corey, do you have any reason? And here comes here comes Cam, as you like to
All
call
right.
him, Corey. He
Okay,
wants to
so
know where's Corey Hammond playing.
just to give Jordan Davidson, aka Cookies and Milk Cam, an update because as much as he asks, I think it really is the only one that cares at this point. But I am zeroing down teams that I may play for. I am zeroing down whether I play or not, and I am zeroing down on what role I'm looking to play for hypothetical teams if I do. So the decision is getting closer. I cannot confirm or specify what or where or when yet, but I appreciate the interest, and as soon as I know for sure, I will report on this show if I am playing and if I am playing, where I am playing. But I am announcing, just to be clear to anybody that is wishfully thinking that I will go away. I hate to disappoint you. That is not happening. So I apologize to those who rightfully think so thanks for the question. No answer yet. I will be cryptic. But in due time.
We were just trying to get to that, Jordan, to figure out. First off, um, I guess would we consider the Thunder a expansion team per se?
I would say so. I mean, there's going to be retreads on teams like that anyway. But we'll see. John, I will let you know ASAP. If I do play, you may or may not have to take that drive at times. So all options are on the table. However, I will not be backing up the Insomniacs or Siquidit for sure. That is for sure. I'm not doing that. Do we know Lou Sassoli? I'm not sure what that is.
I have no clue.
So we did not hear about what happened. Did we hear about QC Crush? No, we need to hear these things. Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan, you sent me to my Facebook messengers. All right, John, I got you. All right. Well, then I can't play in Ohio then. All right, listen, Jordan, J Dub, Milk, Cam, send me a Facebook message. Do you know what's going on in the Crush? And after our other guests here, maybe we can get you on, Jordan, to be a little do a little Ohio reporting for us because we do need that.
Well, he's playing for the Inferno, Mr. Cam.
Yeah, no, his thing is his avatar is the Inferno thing now, right? It looks
Yes.
like the Olentangy volcano. So I think they evolved as some young Earth creationists might argue against. He evolved from being the volcanoes to now he's the Inferno. So I mean, that was a good move. We'll see how Cam Cookies and Milk does for his new team this year.
The Atlanta Inferno.
2026. Wow. I graduated in '05, so that means it's been more than 20 years since I graduated high school. That's insane.
I got 5 years on you. This year's my 25th anniversary graduating from high school.
Well, technically I'm still active, so I think I'm still an old man.
He
If
has
I
a
do
few more
retire,
years
then
of
I will be young
eligibility.
enough. If I retire, I will be a young person that retire. Okay. I'm talking to Cookies and Milk.
All
All
right,
right. So
now,
do we have a guest? Because I think
yeah, yes, we do. But real quickly,
sure.
I prefer Edith. Okay, whoever that is. Well, real quickly, we will take this quick. Well, let me set it up. Let me set it up first, um, because there are some things that we do have that are added to this wonderful studio that is the other side of the ball.
Oh, you're still looking to do the background? Yeah, get it in.
No, not the background. Some other things, if you will, um, because we just like to do things. But at the moment, we will take this quick timeout, and we will bring you our guests. You are watching the other side of the ball. We'll be right back. And welcome back, and hello, Mizzle. How are you? And joining us with a few minutes of his time from the defending champions, the Trenton BIC, three-time A7FL champion, winning one on both coasts, if you will. The one, the only, the talented Mr. Trey Robertson. Trey, we appreciate the time. Thank you for giving us a few minutes of time. How have you been, and how's the off-season treating you?
Great. What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. It's been great though.
Thanks for
I'm
coming
getting
on.
big. What's up, Knock? What's up? What's up, Corey?
What's
Who else
going
in there?
on? What's going on, Trey? We
What's
for
going on?
having you on, we could only have a Chris Vera relative um on
What's
with
up, Pops?
yeah, we're missing Chris, so we're glad that you're stepping in his shoes, wearing the number two, um, supporting the Vera lineage. As you said, he's your pops. Um, but it's awesome to have you on now. Yo, I was get prepping for the season. I was going through some old film, and it's funny. One of the plays circulating on the A7FL page to get people interested again is your play that Knox might remember firsthand in that fall championship that I was actually in the house for.
Mm-hmm.
The play I call the dribble, the crossover passing touchdown, Trey. How many
That's
years ago was it that you were a quarterback for the underdog at the time, Vegas Pit Bosses in maybe the best televised fall championship of all time?
that's probably about 3 years ago,
That
three
was a hell of a
seasons
game.
ago. Three seasons.
Uh,
That's probably my favorite game of all time, bro. Like for real.
you had
That game is probably my
you
favorite all
had what
time.
I call a Vince Young in the Rose Bowl type performance. I think you were in the 300s in yards passing and about 200 in yards rushing. That's as insane as it gets. I've only ever done the one in a game. You did them both in the same game. Well done.
Thank you. How's everybody
Now,
been though, man? What's up?
well, we're getting pretty close to the season, and what I want to do, if we can, is start previewing what we know about some of these teams. Now, we have a guy from the defending champs on. I think maybe we swing back around to the Northeast, but
Mhm.
Trey, being from Vegas and having
I'm
a bet.
not from Vegas. Hold on, Corey. Hold
All
on.
right, from the
I'm
Vegas division.
from.
I know you're
Come
not.
on, no, 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 no. It started in the East Coast and it's going to end in the East Coast. I'm a East
Fair.
Coast prodigy that
From
moved to
PA,
Vegas. Thank
had
you.
his little stint in pros, getting paid to do this. For whatever reason, moved out to Vegas. Maybe witness protection, maybe a legitimate reason. Not sure. No, all right. So whatever. You played in this division, so you know it well. There's a guy that you were at times, in my opinion, best football friends with, in Tone Smith. And I had a conversation this week with an insider with the Hunters that has
Mm,
confirmed that the Hunters are revamping with a couple of new guys, and one of them is Tone Smith playing the
okay.
running back and linebacker role for the Hunters, looking to see if they can A, find a quarterback, and B, find some wins this season. Do you guys know anything more about the Hunters and what is
I,
their prospects for 2026?
I don't know nothing about the Hunters. I haven't even been watching. Corey, bro, for the last 4 months, I've been playing arena ball, bro. Like, to be honest, I haven't even, like, been. worried about the
For
A7 until
what for
literally
the
like a
which
week.
team? The Iowa team?
Yeah, the Iowa team
What
won a championship there
do
too.
you have your own private plane? Like, how do you cross the country constantly?
What you mean? Just negotiated the contract.
Yeah, well, listen,
Freaking
listen.
flyer miles, you know?
Is it like a maybe it was God's plan, Corey? What the Inferno?
Yeah,
Maybe it was God's plan.
definitely
I don't
God's
know. I don't.
plan.
I don't. Maybe K-Wack is recruiting Jordan Davidson for other teams too. Who knows? And we could always go with the
He's
cliches.
still he's still playing. He's like the Russell Westbrook of the A7.
I mean, to be fair to Russell Westbrook averaged a triple double across a full season. So let's be clear.
Not even close.
Well, yeah, that's what you're the one who brought up the comparison. I love Jordan Davidson. That's my guy. But Russell Westbrook had maybe one of the, arguably one of the best basketball seasons of recent memory. Whatever. And Jordan, by the way, is good at basketball. By the way, I don't know if you guys know that he actually is
Yeah,
legit
be
good
good.
at basketball.
Hamstring good at
Um,
football.
okay, so I mentioned the Hunters. Knox, do you have any Hunters info?
None at all.
Dub, what's your feeling on the Hunters going into this season? And then let's just move through the division because it doesn't sound like we have a lot to say about the Hunters. Like I said, we got the Tone Smith connection. Love that
Well,
player. One of the better linebackers in division. But
well, I
let's be
think
clear. There's a lot that they need to work on. Dub, what were you gonna say?
I think hopefully next week we can try to get somebody on from the Hunters, mainly Coach Ray for the Hunters, to get some info on what's going on with the Hunters, and plus as they look forward to try to win their first game in 3 seasons. The last time they won a game was
Oh,
against the Pit Bosses, which actually was a heck of a football game to watch.
Yep, I remember that.
In their 40-36 comeback victory over the former Pit Bosses. But
yeah. I
besides
enjoy that
playing
game.
arena football, Trey, how's the off season been treating you? How's the kids and the family doing?
Good man. Good man. Kids are getting big. Um, I just been working, staying in the gym pretty much. That's pretty much about it. Staying out the way, staying on the ground, waiting to run his back for
Where
two
are
time
you
back to
in the
back.
in the country right now? Minnesota?
Home.
Right.
I'm home.
He is home.
I'm in Philly. I'm home.
Nice. All right.
Yes, I'm
Well, at
home.
least at least you're
But
close enough to
but
Trenton.
wait,
Yes.
hold on. About the Hunters, like just the Nevada division in general, I think it's going to be a lot of pieces that leave certain teams to go and like not just the Hunters. Like I think it's going to be a lot of like players leaving teams to go to other teams, and make teams better. So like to be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to the Nevada division this year.
Well, there is a lot of unknown. I know the Stealth have been adding players. I know, Six going to add players. The Insomniac's going to add players, and interested to see how OGT falls back into the fold. Obviously, still awaiting the return of 2-5 as he still needs a team at this moment at 5:49 Pacific time, 8:49 Eastern time. Um,
Hey
as we
man,
are
hey,
live here on the other
nah,
side of
but
the ball.
bro. Hey, listen, nah,
Of course, Mr.
I said,
Davidson wants to know where Corey Hammond will be slinging the rock this upcoming season, which of course starts on March 15th. But I'm anxious to see how California fits all into this with the Compton Accelerators, as LA is now back in the fold
Oh
with
my
their team.
God. It's gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be the same shit, Dub. I'm not even trying to talk down, but we all seen over the last 3 seasons when every time a new team came into the league, come on, come on. History repeats itself every single time. We saw
Question
what
for
the
two
Ohio
five: Did you go to the Stealth Gold tryout?
nah, I had things to do.
Bro, he's in. You guys just mentioned L.A. and Hollywood. There's two types of guys out there. There's what's it's you. Oh, I just screwed it up. I just
Oh,
watched Wonder Man and they did it. You either go for the audition or it's an offer only situation. 2-5 is an offer only type of player. He's not going out there and auditioning. You know his body of work and what he's capable of. He's an offer only. Slide him the contract and he's going to say yes or
hmm
no to it. You know what I'm saying?
don't talk about Corey.
You
Great
know what,
question.
They
Corey?
So
got
You know what, Corey? That was very well done, and you get one of these.
No, very well
right.
articulated.
my brain completely erased all memory, and I had to reboot live to get that. And I was so lucky to get that. I was like, Wonder Man. What did I say? Trevor Flattery. Check out that show. Good show. Anyway, Disney Plus is on a roll. All right. So we mentioned the Hunters, and I say they had Billy
Yes,
Mallard was a baller.
yeah,
The
he
I
was
don't
the
know if
he
he's
was
Aces.
their
The
back.
best player.
Aces.
Is he back for the LA team? Because he was the true guy, clean shaven Corey. What's up, Matt
Can I,
Ryan? Yeah, only Matt
can
would
I
know
say
this.
one
That's
thing though?
my guy.
Can I say one thing when Corey done talking? You know the pit bosses, our very first year, not our very first year. The
Yeah,
first
the
year we lost
first
to the
year in
Force.
Vegas. Yep.
No.
Yeah,
No, no,
when
no.
the Force won.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
We
that
went to
was the first Vegas.
California. We went to California
Yep.
and played the Aces with 13 players and lost by a point.
Yeah. Coach Bartley used
With
to brag
13
about
players.
that was his best coaching job was a loss, and I said, "Good job, coach." No, yeah. Listen, the LA guys should have a ton of talent out there. California is a place where if you're a college coach and you want to recruit talent, it's there. But my question about California has always been in a place where you can entertain yourself by doing almost anything at the age of 21 to 27. Do guys have the will to play tackle football, no pads against guys that are good at it? And are they willing to do that instead of to go the beach good weather route that sometimes California guys go, which would be flag? It's a good question. We'll find out.
I don't know, but
Who you
look,
think?
here's my take real quick. I feel like the Cali team this season, just I'm gonna just jump for it. I don't think that they're gonna be on the level of the last one. Meaning, I feel like they might be a little bit better. Okay, time has passed. You feel me? Do I feel like they're gonna make some big ass impact and take over shit? And nah. But do I feel like they might give at least a couple good games? For sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they'll be on
Yeah.
the same level as the last one though. I feel like the last one was just, yeah. I don't know.
Corey, so listen, let me ask you this. So who think will be better, the Atlanta team or California team?
Well,
Atlanta.
I think the easy answer, in my opinion, would be that with a little bit of experience in this league and a hypothetical chance to get guys that have played in this league before, LA should be better than what we got going on in Georgia, which is a brand new division. And what's up, Mizzle? And we do have a lot
Some
of
little.
a lot of
They go.
information about what it's like to be that first team in a brand new division in a brand new area when you don't have a lot of games around you. The Mega Chickens, right? Shout out to Matt Ryan.
Is that a
When
new
you don't
tag
have a
team,
lot.
Matt?
When you don't have another couple of teams that are close rivals that you can get close games where you don't have to travel super far and there's not that extra layer of you know entry level input to get to a football game, right? If the Atlanta guys got to play somebody either in Baltimore or Florida or Ohio or Jersey, and that's it, it's going to be really tough for them to get a lot of reps. It's really going to be really tough for them to get a lot of buy-in, and it's going to be really tough for them to have guys that commit to this league 100% and don't get, oh, that's bullshit. We have to drive, right? You have to really love football, and you have to really love playing football to make the sacrifices it takes to be a great team year one. But it's not
I,
unprecedented, guys. Remember what
I
happened year
don't.
one with
I don't
Vegas.
know.
There was enough teams in Vegas that it was a competitive division. You had a team that came out relatively competitive, and that's why Vegas is the only division so far to win a playoff game on the road ever
Some Mason.
in their first
Hey,
year.
hey, Corey. Our first year in Insomniacs, it was no competitiveness. That shit was a breeze, bro. We ain't play nobody besides sick with
Is
it,
that my
and
internet
even
bad or Trey's internet bad?
is that mine?
Mason, what's
Um,
good?
but I'm saying Insomniac's first season was a walkthrough, bro. Like literally, you had Kenny Mack like playing with no shoes on
Yeah,
the
but
whole season.
but let's be clear, the Insomniacs first season, they were 0-4 and got blown out every game. It was not those same guys, right? Remember,
Mm, that first season
right? So the Insomniacs first season, as the Insomniacs that we know,
with Donnie,
a lot of
that
those
versus
guys had
so
already played in the league. The real first team was that Vegas Force team, which had a coach, which had a running back, which had a plan, right? They did a pretty good job, and I was impressed with them, especially because they started out not being the best team in the division and got better as the season got on. But I digress. So the question, Trey, is a great question. But if you're making me with not a lot of information, if you're forcing me to pick, I think the LA team is set up to hypothetically have a better season. But it really is going to come down to who these guys were able to find to put on that field, because you can get teams out of these new divisions that are a lot like, let's say, the Orlando Ghosts, or you could end up getting a team like the Tampa Bay Nightcrawlers, where if you have a couple of special players in a 7-on-7 league where a lot of the matchups are one-on-one on offense and defense, those teams can make a difference. And a guy like
That's
Billy
what.
Millard, if Billy Millard, whatever, is playing for that Los Angeles team, he's an equalizer that can make games a little bit closer because he's just a pure baller. That's it. And that's what we're looking
Cal-
for, to see
California is
what happens.
not known for football. They known for basketball. You
Who's
talking about
not known?
Atlanta? You hold on. You
Oh,
talking about
Atlanta?
Atlanta, Georgia? Corey, you talking about Atlanta, Georgia? Like Georgia got some big ass motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, but I'll
Like,
ask
come
you
on,
this.
Corey.
You're talking about
And they
Atlanta, Georgia.
physical.
Decatur. Oh, you're saying Georgia is known for football.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
so is
come on.
California, right?
No, the fuck
In a
is
different
not. It's
way.
known for basketball. No. What? Flag football?
Hold on,
What?
Trey. Let me correct
Yeah, I
you.
was gonna say, Trey, we definitely known for all
Me and
sports.
Mizzle are from the Golden State.
Yeah, it's
I'm
Don't.
not saying it like that.
California is a football state,
There are some people that can play some football in the Golden State.
and
Like
I
we
don't know
like,
any
like
good
we are still
ballers.
trying we're still trying to get A7FL in Northern California, just to show you how much there's some talent in Northern California.
It
Just because
Indiana, Kentucky, they're known for basketball, right? California, listen. You
well
look
California
at
can
that.
really be well California really can play all sports because we got baseball
If you
players,
look at
football
the blue
players,
chip, if you look at the
basketball
blue chip
players,
top
golf,
100 high
tennis.
school, if you look at the blue chip top 100 high school football players, I have a feeling there's going to be quite a bit of kids from California there. I'm
Mm.
just saying. Now, are the quarterbacks that go to USC gonna turn out good until they go through the Jets organization and then get cut, and then go through the Niners organization and then get cut, and then go through the Vikings organization and then get cut? Yeah, those guys are going to be good in the NFL. Shout out to Sam.
Yes, they did. The Hunters played very well in LA, and so did the Gold. I mean, both those teams were very competitive in a close loss that they took in LA. But both teams that went out there to LA 3 years ago both played very, very well. And if it wasn't for some costly penalties along the way, they possibly could have won both those games.
Mm-hmm.
And Mason says, "Trust me, the Hunters have added."
Yeah, and that's funny. Shout outs to Mason. Mason was my inside source, talking to him about a whole bunch of things, conspiracy theories and how they're garbage and to use your brain, and also how the Hunters are improving and getting. Yes, Texas is the guy. Yeah, but whatever. All right, so
Texas
back to the
breeds
A7.
football. They live and they die with it. That's just what
Trey,
that
I
state
don't
is.
disagree that Georgia has ballers that play football, and they're probably more physical, and they probably have the attitude that they want to play the style of football. But we'll
Mm-hmm.
see. Moving through the division, I think it's interesting. We talk about the Hunters. LA's interesting. One of I'd say a fan favorite. One of those little engine that could situations. The Gold, gentlemen.
Hold
What do
on,
we think
Corey.
about the Gold
Corey,
after
hold on.
last year getting their first ever win as an organization?
Corey, hold on. Mizzle, first off, welcome. Mizzle, do you have any questions for Trey?
No, you guys go out. I'll chime in when
What's
I
up,
need to.
Mizzle?
Trey said hello, by the way.
Don't ask me any DIC questions or who we added, because I'm gonna act like I don't know. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
let
know
you
the
know right
routine.
now.
So save it for the season.
Yep.
Well, you listen. You're media trained, so you've been playing with the Iowa Arena team, so you don't know yet. You're going to get back and you're going to start working. Boom, done. Yo, so wait, Trey, you came on a show. You came on a media show for the league, and you're saying out front you don't want to have a discussion about your own team.
I don't want to have a discussion about my own team.
That's
Okay,
his
fair.
right.
That makes you a valuable guest to have. So
Thank you.
I guess since we're not, so listen. I don't want to. No, I'm just joking. I'm just being an asshole, which I try not to be, but whatever. Let's do this because what I was trying to do is a team by team preview. We have a
Okay.
guest. We don't have to do that. Let me just put it.
No, we could do that, but I'm just saying, don't ask me about who we added or I mean, like my expectation is gonna be the same. We still number one till we get beat. You feel me? So that ain't gonna change.
Well, I
But I'm
mean,
saying as far as like who we added or what we doing as far as like our scheme for the season, I don't know.
I mean, we know some of the ads for BIC. We know that Manny Diaz is a wide receiver there. We know that it's going
That
to be Kyle Ward is playing wide receiver there. We know a bunch of things going on.
yeah yeah.
I had a kid, a 5-year-old screaming, "Dad!" All the baby's sleeping. So, um,
Yeah.
so Miz, you got any questions for Trey, or do you got? Listen, to the panel. This is not what we're
Come on.
supposed to do. Maybe we do show prep and then we going team by team, or we wanna zero in on the guest.
You can take the rings, but the only
We go
question I
team
would
by
have for
team.
Trey is, man, how you doing all season, bro?
You can go team
Off
by
season?
team.
What? Team by team, sure. Okay. Packer to BIC was just in the comments. We'll see. All right. So does anybody have any gold perspective? And I'm not talking about like the market and futures and betting on the metal. I'm talking about the team that got their first win last year with Jeremiah Reeves as their leader and quarterback. What do you guys see for the gold as they're looking to get better this season and improve upon their first ever victory?
Well, I guess for that matter, we would have to invite Mr. Reeves so we can talk about the goal. We just
They
know that
need a
they
lot
had
of
a
help.
joint
I mean,
tryout
I'm
with
not trying
the
to talk
Stealth.
down on nobody or the goal. I'm just saying, as far as like from last season, they got pieces, but they need to build around those pieces that they have. You know,
Agreed.
Definitely agree.
as far as like being contenders, I think they have a long way of being contenders. But that win last season is something they can build off of this year.
Do you think that they could go from being the team that gets one win to kind of being in the same boat as the Stealth?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Even
possible.
last year, watching the Golden stuff was a game, so it
Right.
wasn't like they just blew them out blew them out the water. No, it was a good game.
What do you think, based on what you've seen, that they need to add to be as competitive as possible?
I think that
If
they
it
No
would
was
have
offense to
to
one
Jet.
add.
thing, if it was one thing that they needed to add, what would it be?
They need better trench players.
I'm gonna say two
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's true.
Yes.
No offense to
Exactly
Jeremiah,
what I
but they
was
need a
gonna say,
legitimate
2-5.
quarterback and they need a legitimate O line.
Yep.
Well, let's play that out because I think Knox goes trench. I listen. I think that's probably the answer to almost every team. But
I
I
mean,
think
Not
not
Miz.
really.
necessarily, but
Not
it's like
really.
it's
Well,
one of those where you got Jeremiah where there has been
yep.
some times where
No,
he's made some pretty key passes.
no,
You feel me?
that's not the answer
There's
to
there,
that.
there
That's
there's
not the
been
Let
some
answer
let
to what
times
Trey
Trey
where
Trey.
said.
I don't necessarily think that what you're saying isn't a valuable counterpoint. But let's let Knox cook and then you get your rebuttal because
All
I
right,
think you guys are both onto
go ahead,
something that's
Knox.
very interesting.
no, I was just gonna say it's like one of those where he's made some pretty key passes. He's made some decent play calls.
We can't hear you,
He's
Knox.
listened. What?
Okay. Before we continue, folks, this is not a political show. This is a football show.
You hear
We do
me?
not
Hear
talk
me? Hear me?
politics on this doggone show. This is not the platform for it. So
Oh, let me just say something. Yeah, let's not go into the politics. But let me just say this: if you are too scared to let known what you think about certain situations that are happening in the country right now, you're probably scared because you're going to be on the wrong side of history in 10 years. So I'm not going to be specific, but it's there's politics and then there's just common sense and decency and being a human being. So anyway, let's go.
all right, let's continue. But
I
anyhow,
can't hear nobody but Corey. Yeah, I don't hear nobody but you, Corey.
Only
Yo,
Corey?
yo.
Okay. Well, Knox, I like your point because what you were saying is that the Gold do show signs at their skill position players, including the quarterback. They can
and
get some
now we
things done. No,
go ahead. Continue, Corey.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can
I
hear
can
you
hear.
too,
I
Bob.
can hear everybody. I can hear everybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear you, Knox.
Okay. Now
So
go ahead, Corey.
with Knox point, Trey, because that's where you were at, right? With Knox's
can't hear
point,
Knox.
Trey. All right, hold up.
He was basically saying about the goal
I
need to
can't hear
be
nobody.
start with the trenches.
Trey can't hear you can't hear nobody, Trey.
I could hear him.
Like I said, I can hear everybody.
Jump back in.
Can you hear? Am I being heard?
I can
Yes,
hear
I
you.
can hear you. I can hear
Okay.
everybody. All right, Corey is back.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Like I said, I can hear everybody.
Okay. I don't know what the issue was, but I said I just said I might as well go in and out again. Okay, so Trey dropped out, but Knox, I think let me just speak for what Trey was saying because I don't necessarily agree with him. All right, never mind. I'll let him say it. Trey, so Knox's point is that Jeremiah, leader, quarterback for the Gold, he has shown the signs that in the right situation, he has been able to make some plays. What's your counterpoint, Trey?
It's not consistent.
Okay. And quarterbacks need to be consistent, but then, and I don't think based on the data and the video that you would be wrong. Unauthentic. All right.
Explain, Will Franklin.
Trey, I don't think that you would be wrong in general, but I'll ask you this to Knox's point. Can we really be honest about the assessment of if Jeremiah Reeves is a good quarterback based on the offensive line and the time that he has to make decisions as a quarterback?
Yeah, well, I mean, in reality, you're in charge of the offense. So if you know you don't have much time, why would you run plays that take longer to develop?
Yeah, that's also facts too.
Because my
Feel me?
feeling is that where Knox is right in adding trench players would help the Gold, it would also amplify the success that we see not consistently enough, but at times, hypothetically, right? I think that hypothetically, we could be in a situation where if the Gold do get that very valuable piece of a better offensive line and a better defensive line, that those guys around those units, they do look the best that they possibly can. But I'll ask you this: in a division, how many solid quarterbacks do you think are available for teams to go and get in the Vegas division right now?
But me, to be honest, I wouldn't even look at the Vegas division. I'll look outside. I'll think outside the box. To be
Well,
honest,
since you Trey literally fly all over the country to play football, I think you might have a little bit of a different perspective on where you could get guys.
yeah.
But for the sake of argument, because for Jeremiah Reeves, Trey, if you're saying they need to upgrade at the position, who is the guy that you would look in the division that is available that would be an upgrade?
Should I say Dion?
So Deion Fox, I think, is the guy that gets mentioned in this situation a lot. If you put Deion Fox in a situation right now where he has a Hunter's supporting cast, how much better is Deion Fox than a Jeremiah Reeves with very little time and arguably one of the poorer by talent groups of skill position players around him?
Because we've seen what Fox could do with a line.
Right.
Right. We've seen what he can do with a line.
We've
And
never seen what Jeremiah could do with a line.
I would argue that Deion Fox against a team that is comparable to his own does not have a victory in this league. Has he ever beaten Stick?
No.
I don't
Did
think
he ever?
so.
Did he ever beat the Insomniacs?
No.
So the teams that Mason coming out with a Richardson, that's a good one.
Same thing.
Who's calling my guy?
He's not
Who's
gonna
calling
play.
my guy? And no,
He's not gonna play for a team that doesn't have a line. There's no quarterback in their right mind that's gonna play for a team that doesn't have at least one solid fucking blocker.
Lineman, right.
Which is correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is correct because I have
Like, let's
played
be
for the
real. Who the
past
fuck want?
10
Who the fuck?
seasons in this league, other than my BIC years, and I haven't had a good offensive line. So, no
And
quarterback,
and 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 do you like
caveat,
You
running? Do you like
in
running
their
for your
right
life
mind.
every
Right?
fucking play, or do you like getting hit every play? Hell no.
Well, no,
you
but Knox,
you know who else was
you
a good quarterback too? You know
who
who else was a good quarterback, Knox? Coach
Who?
Q son.
who
Yeah.
who?
Coach Q son. I forget his name.
Like nobody wants to run.
Iriarty, Quentin Iriarty.
Hmm.
Is that his son? No,
Coach Q is
that's his guy. That's not his son.
his son, nephew,
You're
friend,
talking about the
whoever.
kid that you're talking about the kid that has appeared multiple times, yeah,
The
Quentin
last
Iriarty.
the last time we saw him play, he was the quarterback for the Alienators during the fall brawl,
Correct.
and
Yeah, he was good.
he is a pretty good passer, and was
Yeah, he was
you know
good.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean
So
that is
listen,
one
if
person
you're
that is one person that can sling the rock for sure.
but and then so these are all good names, and these are guys that we've seen both succeed and fail pretty big, even, including Darnell Richardson, who I've seen play some of the best A7FL quarterback ever, and then put him on OTT when he was on it. I mean, he had more interceptions and touchdowns, and to no fault of his own. So my no, listen, let's be clear. Darnell Richardson, in a situation where the things are looking good around him, to Knox's point, Darnell Richardson's among the better players at that position by talent level,
100%.
by leadership, by knowledge of the game, by ability to make plays when it's not there. Am I wrong? Am I
I
capping,
mean,
as the kids would say?
no. I mean, you're 100% right. That's somebody I done played alongside for many years, right? Won plenty of championships with. In the
And
same
so,
sense, where it's like with knowing him, knowing the mindset, that's somebody that's not gonna go play
well,
where
and that
every fucking play he's scrambling for his life trying to
well,
create separation.
and
You feel?
that isn't necessarily my point, Knox, because I do agree with you. I don't think Darnell Richardson's going over there.
Nah,
My
hell.
point is that even really, really good quarterbacks put in the same situation as Jeremiah Reeves, we've seen them struggle mightily, especially in this league where we reduce the amount of space that a quarterback has in the pocket. It's a one-on-one, so that talent level
Hey,
mismatch is even more
hey,
important. What's up, Knox?
real quick.
It's good.
Like, hold on. And like, is there a way because it seems like every time there's like a lot of gold talk, respectfully, LA has a strong opinion about a lot of stuff, and in a sense, we're talking about quarterbacks. None of us has mentioned his name, but he is someone who feels like he should have been named or should have been given a chance for real to play the quarterback position. So is there a way that we could get him up here if we're gonna speak on gold situations for so much
Quarterbacks.
longer?
Okay.
Well, how many career starts has he had in this league? I don't know.
I
Right.
don't fucking
I
know.
wasn't trying to
Maybe.
be
I'm not
like
going
I
to be
wasn't.
disrespectful, but that's like last year when Yodi Mack, he hit
Oh,
me up on a private messenger and said, "Hey, let's make a bet to see who has better stats." And by the way, I had 1,100 yards passing, 9 touchdowns. Yodi Mack didn't play 9 snaps at the position,
Damn.
right? So
damn.
like when we do this, we could talk about it. But look, I'm no all star. I didn't even make the playoffs, right? Actually, I did technically make the playoffs, but whatever. The point is that like there's levels to this thing, and I think there's a lot of guys out there that say give me the ball, and then when you do it, they blame everyone else around them. I want to finish this with the gold because I think it's an interesting conversation, and it there isn't a right answer yet. We'll find out. We'll find out Sundays this spring. But my question
It's
would be, and if you guys want, you can answer it, whatever. My question would be that all that being said, have we seen at least some or close to enough of things from Jeremiah Reeves, that he does deserve the spot, or should the gold be actively looking for the replacement? Because sometimes, even if a guy does have some success, it's not that guy.
all
I
right,
would be
Corey.
curious to what you guys think.
All right, Corey. Hold on, real quick. Let me ask. All right, so So let me add a question on top of your question. Like you personally, do you think Jeremiah Reeves can take the goal to the playoffs?
I don't
Nah,
think that
no,
Terry
no.
Codrington could.
Huh? That answers your question. Like,
No, so the answer to my question is that if all right, so this is gonna be a preview and foreshadowing for later on in the episode, right? There has been a team in the Northeast in New Jersey that has gotten to the middle a bunch of times, right? Because that's the journey the Gold are on. They got to go from the bottom, and you can't go from the bottom to the top unless you do a complete roster change like the Insomniacs did, right? So if you're building naturally, you got to go from the bottom to the middle first. I bring up as Exhibit A the Renegades. I know them very well because I was a member of the Renegades. I brought the Renegades from a team that never won to a team that was 4-3, went to the playoffs as a mid seed, and competed in every game. I was then unceremoniously cut so that they could add a running aspect to the quarterback position. And when they removed me, the output in the passing went from, and that year I passed for 1,400 yards for the Renegades. The next year they passed for, as a team, 300. So, Trey, when the Renegades, and it's just my situation, but they did it over and over again. But when the Renegades looked to improve their team, they blamed the quarterback every year. First, it was Corey Hammond. Then it was Kenneth Stewart. Then it was
mm-hmm,
CP3. Notice a pattern.
mm-hmm.
And what they do is they say, oh, we need a better quarterback. So they replace the quarterback, roll out the same garbage, sometimes even losing their good players because they don't have any type of plan other than blaming the quarterback. And then once you change out that quarterback for the Gold and you put in this guy, L.A. Anderson, shit looked different, different when the other guy was back up. So listen, I don't know if that's English, but what I think he's
You
trying to
can't.
say is that he should be at least given an opportunity. But if you move on from your quarterback that that
He
that
plays for the
has
goal.
done some things,
He plays for the
and you
goal.
go to a guy that is
Mhm.
not able to do anything, that's worse than what Jeremiah Reeves is able to do, which is sometimes do some things. So again, I back off to just ask the question: if you're the Gold, are you just moving on because you're 100% sure that it's not it? Or do you want to keep building around the quarterback and see if Reeves could be better if the team improves as a whole?
You said so. You said building around a quarterback. Like no disrespect to Jeremiah, but it's been 3 seasons, Corey.
And the Jets
It's
did
been
the
three
same thing. So
seasons,
the
and it's
Jets
been
said,
it's
hey, Sam Darnold, it's been 3 seasons. We're going to get rid of you, and we're going to draft a guy from BYU who has sex with his teammates' moms. Okay, right? Correct me where I'm wrong. Mizzle and Dub, you guys are the NFL guys. Similar
Who?
situation. Sam Darnold.
BYU? What quarterback? Minnesota? JJ McCarthy?
No, the Jets.
The Jets? Oh,
Zach Wilson. Come on, you guys don't.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right, never
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Okay, so the
you
Jets
see
have
what
Sam Darnold, correct?
it's Hard Knocks. It's solely not just on the quarterback, Corey. It's the coaching. Like I said before, it's the coaching. It's the plays. It's like to be honest, it's a business, bro. You gotta put your pride to the side. If you want to win
And,
in this league, bro, that's what you have to do.
Who?
Grant. Like I'm
and
just saying, anybody in general, bro. Like,
it's it, it's
go
it's
ahead,
it's
now.
just like it, no. I was just I'm finna touch on even what you just said and how you said it. Like you said, it's a business, right? So you got Jeremiah the owner, right? You got Jeremiah the quarterback, all right. You got Jeremiah the GM, the coach. You got okay, so he's doing a lot of shit.
You
You
can't do
feel me?
everything.
And it's one of those where yeah, it's a tough fucking business. You feel me? So though he wants to play and he wants to run shit and he wants to do all this other shit, he in a sense needs to figure out what the fuck his main role is gonna be. You feel me? Once he figure out what his main role is gonna be, that's when the team will start to get better. He
Right.
himself cannot run a million different things and feel like the shit is just gonna run smoothly. They're gonna win. The
Valid
guys
point.
trust them and so on and
Well,
so
Because
forth.
in
You
any
feel me?
sports organization, you need to just focus on one thing. I mean, how many times have we seen in the NFL to where a lot of times the head coach is the GM, and the head coach. A lot of times, the GM hurts the head coach. I mean, how many
Right.
times have we seen that in pro sports?
Mhm.
So
And
Well,
I'm just being real, you know. I ain't trying to talk down Jeremiah none of that, but motherfucker, it's been 3 years and it's been the same result, bro. Like
have they
something got to
improved?
change.
I mean, it's one,
Has the
look,
gold gotten better?
okay. So look, you give LA the QB position, right? All right, let's just say LA gets the QB position. They still have no fucking line.
Right.
All right.
And once again,
Now
if you fuck up, they're
is
gonna be on your ass.
now when we look at LA, is the first thing we say is that somebody that can create plays, extend plays, and command the fucking huddle. No, I don't see that, nor do I say that. You feel me? I don't. You know? So it's like they're still gonna be fucked up, right? Because his excuse is gonna be,
You ain't got a
ah,
line.
I don't have a line. I don't
No.
have time. I can't throw, like, you feel me? So again, you can change the quarterback position, but still at the end of the day, they have no line. If
Yes.
nobody's protected, nobody's gonna make plays. You have to get up and down the field. You feel me? If you can't
the
get
line
down the
of
field,
scrimmage is
Mm-hmm.
then,
always key.
Can I
then
make
you
a point?
fucking
What
suck.
Knox just said. Can I make a point? What Knox just said. Think about it. What if Jeremiah took the same amount of time, you know, to think about being a quarterback and going out and recruiting players? You know how good the goal would actually
How
be.
much time do you think he spends thinking about playing quarterback?
But it's
Like first of
But the
all,
thing,
Who's
no, no,
like
no.
saying
hold
that
on,
Look, look,
shit?
wait,
hold on.
wait, wait, wait,
How
wait, 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 wait,
go ahead, go
wait,
ahead.
wait. Hold on. But I'm saying, like Knox just said, what if Anderson went to quarterback, right? And at the same time, you know, motherfucker saw sparks of what he can do if he can do it. You don't want to have players come over to that team like the pit bosses. Knox, are the pit bosses. Our first season, we wasn't asked, but at the same time, we was good enough to get players to come over to the team. We didn't recruit nobody. Motherfuckers just wanted to come over because the pit bosses, were mediocre at that time. But at the
Well, let's
same
look.
time,
Let's look. I did control the offense and extend plays. I don't know if I've
No, you
seen L.A.
didn't.
Anderson
No, you
on
didn't.
film once.
No, you didn't. Like, why?
who?
Like, we sit
Yeah.
here and we
So
can all,
listen.
like,
Listen.
everybody has watched gold games. It's not
Yeah.
just me this time, okay? Everybody on this fucking panel
Who the
has
opportunity
watched
with
a gold game. When you have been at quarterback, you have not been the fucking best. You
Yeah. And I
haven't.
think that's fair. But I think what's interesting is let's go to this comment from Mason because he just left the gold. He's on the Hunters and he has a perspective. So I wanna break down what he said. And then I want to go back to the Jeremiah thing. Gold had an opportunity where Yodi, Packer, Tone, Perry, and OTT, and then Jeremiah said nope to giving up the starting spot, and everyone left. So that's an opportunity for Jeremiah in direct contradiction of him trying to build the team to be better, saying I'd rather be quarterback than GM. Fine. But let me
That's
ask
not
you
the
guys.
first time. That's not the first time that's been said, though. You feel
Let me
me?
ask you
Can I,
guys
It's
though.
can
not.
I say one thing
Where
though?
where among those guys on the list is the quarterback that's better than
Thank
Jeremiah
you.
Reed for facts?
I was about to get to that point. You name players that are not quarterbacks, and like to be
I
frank,
mean,
nigga,
if I
well,
had to, I would take Yodi at quarterback before Jeremiah.
I think
uh,
of if you're gonna have listen,
that's a
not
toss up, Doc.
necessarily wrong.
It's
If
one of
you
those
have
I
where
would.
he's again he's not he's able to extend plays. He knows when to take off. He's not easily, you know what I'm saying, to tackle. 9 times out of 10, it's taking like two guys, maybe two and a half to, you feel me, bring him down type shit. Like, and he a tough dude. He get up. You know what I
but how
mean?
many
Not saying
wins? Listen, how many wins does
he
Yodi Mack has as a starter?
he's in the same
None.
position. He's been in the
None.
same position that LA's been
Except
in,
for
where
Jeremiah
he
I
has
would.
does have the one win. And
I
I
would
will ask
take.
you this,
been.
guys:
I,
the
I
goals
would
have
take
been pretty.
smooth over all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Smooth.
I mean,
I
I'll
think
take
we all
smooth over
agree, but
I
he's
all.
was
not going
going
there.
off. I was going off of that comment of who was supposed to go to the team type shit. Like, now if we're
Well,
going
the
over
first question I
overall, yeah,
asked,
no, I was
the
going
first
off
question
of
I
that.
asked was, is there guys out there? And then we got the names. We got
Yes, there
Quentin
is.
Ariarty, we got Darnell Richardson, and Deion
No, I'm
Fox.
saying from the post that made the comment that
Yeah,
Mason just
Mason's
said
name.
with the people that was supposed to have been up over there and so on and so forth.
That's a
right.
good number
And
of
and
players
and to
right
be
there.
fair, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, see,
Those guys,
Smooth was never mentioned, so that's why I
right?
just
And
went with
those
that one.
guys do add to the talent level of Gold, but none of those guys, in my opinion, are heads and shoulders good enough at quarterback position to move them off. Sleeper pick
No,
William Perry is a
Mhm.
pretty damn good quarterback when he plays.
No, bro. Listen,
Yes, he
listen,
is.
listen, listen. Hold on.
Yes, he
Let
is.
me explain. Let me explain. Like I'm not trying to throw shade on nobody, but in this league, we
man, we
all
still
see
got 15 other teams to
look
talk about. What's up?
right. But like to be honest, in this league, if you don't have a legitimate line, you need to have a quarterback that can run, scramble, and be able to pass the ball. That's it.
Extend the play.
Absolutely.
Hold on. The only team that I've seen that don't have a quarterback that runs only when he has to is Scooter. That's it, because the line's good enough to be able to give him time to throw the ball. Other than that, bro, you need a line or you need a QB that's very mobile and very accurate as far as throwing the ball. That's plain and simple. That's for any other team besides BIC and Insomniacs.
And if you're one of those teams, you're still not going to win the chip. And LA, I don't know if you were the best option. Maybe you are. Maybe we're wrong. But based on the film and based on Knox's opinion, you're just not. Okay, so we're moving on.
Not even.
Um,
No, no, 2-5 right now looks like he wants to unleash this right about now.
Man,
Actually,
because it's like we have the same, like literally, we have the same fucking conversations every fucking week. And the second we bring up the goal, that's why I said one of these weeks we got to get him up here, okay? Because
let's do it.
I,
Let's do it
I,
in the week that he gets the opportunity to
no,
actually play.
I'm not checking my phone.
No,
I'm not
nobody's checking
checking.
but
anybody's
I'm
phone.
saying,
This
but
ain't sports talk
who is
radio.
he?
There's no call in
Who,
line.
look,
All right,
look,
so
who
gold
is
is
he?
gold. Stealth, gentlemen.
I'm
Stealth.
excited to
Oh,
see what the stuff is doing this season.
Yes, so am I.
I'm excited to
So
see
yeah,
am
what they
I.
got popping.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what they got going on this season.
I think
I
they
want
got
And
to.
some shit
I,
Yeah,
going on up
I
over
too,
there.
guys, I too am both
Yeah.
hopeful
yeah,
and excited at the
yeah.
hypothetical possibility. And shout outs to Coach Lee. He just hit us in the chat as we
Yeah.
transitioned into his team. Perfect segue.
The
However,
one thing,
very similar question, gentlemen.
I just want to know who's playing quarterback for the stealth. That's the big
look,
question.
And,
There
look.
you
and,
go.
and one of the options that's equal is Yodi Mack, by the way. So no
Oh my
disrespect to the
God,
guy.
bro. Can I can I say this real quick? The one thing I can say about this stuff right now is whatever they're doing as far as 8 man or 7 man, the motherfuckers are building chemistry
They
right now.
staying ready. They
They
getting
building
ready.
chemistry.
They building
So
And
chemistry.
when we
Yeah.
had on, and when we, I hope Stealth found the QBS. Jordan, you're the man. But listen, get me on the show. No, you were supposed to be on the other episode. We'll get you on later. But when we had Jaden Webb, my bad, Coach. We will get you on. It's just a little late. But when we had Jaden Webb on, he was giving us the same stuff. And to add a player like Jaden Webb to a team that needed help in the defensive backfield and at wide receiver, that's a huge upgrade, guys. Am I wrong?
Coach Lee, if you're available next week, you can come on next week and we'll have the state
Oh,
of the stealth
absolutely.
address. So
yeah,
in the comments, if you're available next week, let us know and we will get you on for sure. Just
Coach
Oh, and
Lee.
it was awesome, Coach Lee. But I think you also still have like fat people to feed for the Insomniacs, but we'll get to that
Oh,
later.
okay.
Coach Lee.
Well,
When you come
well,
on
you
next week,
well
when
you
you come
set a
on,
date. Well, Coach Lee, you set a date where it's comfortable for you or when you have time, because I know you're a busy man, and we'll make it happen.
All right. Well,
Coach
just keep
Lee.
obviously though, keep commenting, even if you're still asking to come on, everyone, because
Yeah.
that is also good for the show. So back to the stealth. I mean, Jaden Webb, guys, am I wrong? Is that not one of the best ads to in the division?
Oh, absolutely.
I won't
I
argue
mean,
that.
just him returning after taking a season off is, I mean, like I said, he's fun to watch on the field. He's gonna play both
Yes,
ways. It's just good to see talented players back in the league playing.
absolutely.
But it does come back down to, because what we saw from the stealth in their first year kind of together, they could run the ball pretty effectively with their two running backs.
Mm-hmm.
They played solid defense, not great, not bad, right? Is that fair?
They probably could
Fair.
use
They played
Fair,
fair.
fair, fair
Right,
assessment.
yeah.
probably
Like
can use some
not
more up
great,
front on the
not
defensive line.
terrible.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say that, bro.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that,
It's
bro.
like a medium.
I'm doing
and
good.
to be fair, their quarterbacks probably had just as good of a chance to complete a pass if they threw the ball with their feet than with their arms, correct?
They had too many. They had a few different quarterbacks, so it's like which one?
And all of them had just as good of a chance if they were to throw with their legs and feet than with their arms and hands, correct? Which is zero
Most
chance.
of them.
Which is zero chance. So when you are the stealth and you're looking at how do I build this team, they're one of the teams, in my opinion. They don't have a great offensive line, but they don't have a terrible offensive line. Am I wrong?
So
No.
who's their quarterback right now for
Exactly.
this
Because
Cali team?
when we talked to Jaden Webb, first of all, he didn't want to say who, but he did eventually end up saying that it was one kid that we are not familiar with, and he's even, which is what made me nervous, with a guy that we are familiar with in Yodi Mack. Now, shout outs to Yodi if he's out there working and improving and getting better and he's now ready, because that's possible. And that would be exciting. Because as much as I bring him up to use him as the example of like, hey, hold your horses, I'm rooting for every quarterback that takes a snap in this league to succeed, period. Look at him.
Can't
He's
say
saying
that.
shush.
I'm
But I
pretty
will
sure I
say
could
this. If
find
the
out.
Stealth want to
Pretty
win
sure I could
this
find
year
out.
on third downs and at the end of halves, they have to be able to throw the ball forward and for it to spin in this kind of way, not like this. So if the ball spins like this and it's going forward and travels near their receivers, then they'll be better than they were last year.
Uh, yeah. I was gonna say the difference between the gold and the stealth is they're willing to try different pieces to make their offense better. You know, they got pieces there, but they're looking for that right piece to make the fit. And I
I
was gonna say,
mean,
Coach Lee,
but they
Coach Lee,
also you also had someone in Lee who started off playing, but knew and after taking advice from everybody that he's probably talked to, where they gave him any suggestions, he decided
right?
to step down and let somebody else run the shit. So it's one of those where again, those are the decisions that we say Jeremiah needs to make. You feel me? He's still like in the developing stage of trying to
Stage.
figure out again what the fuck it takes to really, run
It's
his team type shit. And then you got someone who's moving a little bit faster and has already taken on the roles and knows what the fuck to do.
and I'm
And
only
I
saying that Knox because it's like, to be honest, who like to lose? I don't want to come out like I don't want to come every single week. I think if we gonna lose, like that's stupid. Like I ain't gonna come at that point because like if you're not trying to make no progression, then what's the point? Like what is the point? Just to wear a jersey?
yeah, Mizzle out here with a fucking ID on
Is that
token,
visible?
bro. He got his scrubs and a work ID. My guy, Jesus.
Hey, he dedicated.
He straight works up with one of those labs. He's actually a guinea pig. He's testing right now. He's testing product.
And I'm back to your comment, Corey. Like to be honest, like no shade to Yodi Mack, but you naming players that I don't see them taking that team or team to the playoffs and actually being contenders. Like, no offense, like I just visually don't see that ever happening, bro. Because
I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see Vegas winning the chip their second year, right? I didn't see the Tampa Bay Nightcrawlers when they were 0-3 without Mark Bagway and them. They were gonna be one of the best teams in the league. Listen, the one thing that I love about what the Stealth are doing is they're trying to infuse an excitement into the league and their team. And although that doesn't necessarily translate to execution, it does translate into chemistry, camaraderie, and excitement into the actual job of getting better. So, in my opinion, the Stealth are not in a position where they should be focused specifically on winning the national championship this season. But if they bust their ass, play in, play
that's
out,
always the goal,
improve,
Corey.
improve, improve.
What else are you playing for then at that point? You're not playing to get better. I mean, yeah, you plan to get better, but the whole goal is to win the
Yeah, but
championship,
Trey,
bro.
you're
That's
you're
the whole
talking
goal.
as if you didn't also play for the pit bosses with those 13 guys. Okay. There are
Hold on, hold
levels
on.
to this league. And
The
if you
13 guys, the 13 guys were free agents that no one wanted on their
bro, I
teams, bro.
played with 9 guys from Boston and 6 of them had to drive. And I still threw for 1,000 yards that season. So yeah, I've showed up to games knowing I was gonna get my ass busted, and I still went out there and tried to get good, right? I tried to get my team on the same page so that when we played the Animals week 1, when I was with the Boston Omegas, we played the Animals week 1. We lost 69-0. We were 0-7. That sucked. I like winning. I hate losing, but I do think that as a man, if
No,
I'm just quitting because I know the loss is in front of me,
no.
for lack of a better word, I'm a coward. Okay. And there's a lot of words that I can use that are either about females or female anatomy, which don't even work because they're not necessarily cowards.
Well,
Goddamn
Corey,
What was that
Korean
say,
everybody's
Corey?
not
people.
like
What did
you,
I what
bro.
did I say? Busted my ass?
Everybody's not like you.
Well, nobody's like me. I'm an insane person. But let me
Yeah.
just finish the metaphor.
Okay.
Animals, we lose week 1, 69-0.
Correct.
Week 8, our last game of the season for Boston, their last game ever, we lost, but the score was 31-22. We
So
went
you
from
guys
losing
improved from week 1.
69-0 to 31-22. Now,
You made some improvements.
did we lose every game? Sure. Punchline, Corey. Did we lose every game? Absolutely. Did I say busted my ass? Yes, because I'm not at all into the other way that is taken. And if you want to say pause, it's because you're thinking about the other way. And maybe you should look at the others at the normal videos with the women and the men and stop watching just men on men. And that's on you. No, shout outs to all my friends. I'm not going to go too far. These are fun jokes, but I support all lifestyles and all refs in this league that wear gigantic hats. For sure. Will Franklin, my guy. So, like, to get back to my point, I think that if you're a team like the Stealth or the Gold, right? Keep commenting. Any comments, as long as it's not about, as long as it's not about like, I guess I don't know, Epstein stuff, is probably safe, right?
I get what you're saying, Corey. You know, like don't give
But
up.
there are
Keep
reasons
playing.
to show
Mizzle,
up
Keep
to an
playing.
Mizzle.
A7FL game unless you're on a stacked team like BIC or in the Insomniacs and know that you are
No.
penciled in for the chip. I'm sorry.
Bro,
That's there is
Knox.
a reason.
Hold on. Let's be completely real, like real
Yo,
ninja stuff right now.
Will Franklin's putting quotes on my shit.
Look. I ain't like me personally, Corey. I don't give a fuck if it was 8 of us, 7 of us, 6 of us.
We're going
I've
out there and
never
balling, right? We're fighting. That's it.
I've never, and this is on my kids, bro. I've never stepped on the field and think I'm gonna lose any game, bro. Any game ever in my life. I don't give a fuck if it's against. I don't care if it's against anybody, bro. I've never stepped on the field thinking I'm gonna lose, Corey. Not one time in
Yeah.
my life, bro.
Well,
So
and I
I don't
know.
know what mentality you have, but the mentality that I have and you have are two different mentalities, bro. I don't give a fuck if we had 7 players, 6 players,
Yeah, but
9. I've
if
never,
you're
bro.
prejudging, listen, if you're prejudging your team and saying, "Oh, I can't win with these guys," and then not showing up to a game where you're on the roster, that's coward shit. You know what I'm saying?
We still gonna ball out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We still gonna
That's
ball out,
not
bro.
I'm
coward
riding
shit,
with my
right?
brothers. I'm riding with my
We
brothers.
still gonna ball out is what I'm talking about. And if you're the Stealth, if you're the Gold, if you're the Hunters, if you don't have guys that are on your roster that are still gonna ball out, then not only are you gonna lose, you're gonna get embarrassed, and those guys are gonna quit, cry, and go home and watch Bluey and feel better. Okay. And that's no disrespect to people that are so soft that they can't face adversity and they want
But
to
it's
just join the good team so that they don't have any responsibility for the win on their own back.
but it's not that. Like the goal, like I'm not saying everybody in the goal is ass. You got playmakers on that team. The problem is you can't figure out how to get them the ball, and that's the problem. Like
Well, listen, there are problems, and I would also do. This is the only counterpoint to my passion, right? That I do 100% side with. This is Big Rob's take to my bullshit, right? Because what Big Rob, a guy who's won a lot more championships than I have, even you, Trey, he's on a similar level.
yep.
What he says is that he's not playing for a team that doesn't have the culture that knows what it takes to win. And I think that's 100% valid because if you show up to a
It's
practice and guys are bullshitting, goofing off, not taking it seriously, that'll rub a championship caliber player the wrong way and he will not come back to that practice.
it's not because in reality you have the experience. You have to show these other guys what it takes to be a champion, bro.
Right. And you
That's my
can be that
mentality.
guy.
Like
That's
you,
my argument, right? But I will be honest. When guys that are have a championship pedigree show up to a team full of guys that are acting like losers, that's an understanding, that's an
you got to be a
understandable
leader.
reason to maybe look for another option. My opinion is that there's a lot of guys in this league on both coasts. So this is not a Vegas only take, by the way, on both coasts that are scared to be responsible for making plays. So they'd rather hide in a scheme where they know there's good players around them. And that is coward shit, period.
Mm, I don't know. I take
In my
man.
opinion, right? So anyway,
No,
so
look at me. Look
go
at
ahead.
me. Look at the first year I went to BIC, right? All season I was getting extra points for all season, right? When it mattered, the championship game, when it mattered, I didn't get any, bro. I blame myself for that to this day. That's the reason why we lost. But at the end of the day, my teammates ain't. I mean, they did blame me, but I mean, it's cool. But at the end of the day, that just made me want to be a better person, better leader for that team. So it's all about
Well,
but
you're a really
accountability, bro.
interesting
hey, but
example.
see, what
Go
my
go ahead.
question would be,
Go ahead,
and I was
Matt.
just gonna say, my question would be though, if everybody was blaming you and you was blaming yourself, what was the blame and why didn't you play?
What do you mean?
On
You
on
said the
those
first
extra
season.
points, you said it was your fault when it was clearly the guy who missed the tackle on Danye. So, anyway,
No, no,
no. If you
no. Look,
if you
look.
score on those extra points, yes, it
Points.
does make a difference, Trey. I do understand.
It's a big difference. We still up by what? 1 point. Even if I ain't scored,
But
it wouldn't have mattered.
I'll be the guy that talks about your situation as somebody that's separate from it. When you first showed up to BIC, what was your mentality? That you would do whatever the team wanted and do whatever it takes to win?
Right.
That's not a winning culture or mentality, but by the way. That's leadership, that's sacrifice. And then you went from being that guy to what were you last year? Their number one option at running back, their number one rusher, and one of the top scorers on the team, yes or no?
In the league.
Well, yeah, but I'm
They
just
said
talking about your role with
correction.
the team, right? Your role with the team.
Yeah.
Correction.
To be clear, the quarterback had the most rushing touchdowns, and the wide receivers had 7 times more rushing touchdowns as a whole than anyone rushing the ball. So you're correct, Trey. But my point, I think, is that your attitude in joining a winning culture with a winning attitude is not the same as guys that are not looking to be the guy. They want to be a guy.
Uh-huh.
And I think that is the softest and sorriest way to join a football team. Because
Right.
if you're not known in this league, then you shouldn't be doing the thing where you're joining one of the championship caliber teams to win a ring because it's at the backside of your career, like Ole Bell did, like Q Bell did.
That's no. We ain't
Because
gonna do
Q
that.
Bell and Ole
We not
Bell
gonna hold
are
on, hold on, hold on.
legends without that ring.
Hold on. We ain't gonna do that. They came to BIC to play together. You feel me? They came out of
Bro,
retirement to play together.
they had already become among the top 5 best players at their
The
respective positions in the league history.
DNs, yep.
So let's be
Receiver
clear.
and DN. Yep.
Some random guy joining random team so that he doesn't have to be the only wide receiver is not the same thing as two two guys that were synonymous with the team, the New York Savage, who have won more games than minutes played by the Insomniacs. That's probably hyperbole, but
You know how
the
many people wasn't going sick in the Cymex, and not a lot of people want to play for the Hunters and go. It's about the culture. It's about winning mentality.
right, and
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting take. Now, so all right, look, I only think we're going to be able to cover the Vegas division today, so maybe I can get my guest on to talk some of the Northeast stuff, or is Dub? Do we have RTU or no?
My guy RTU.
All right, I don't know if we have Dub because he's got to get ready for work. So let's just finish up the Vegas division like this
I'm
because we
here. I'm here. It's just my mic is on mute. Like
All
I
right,
no,
said,
I
if you
let's
got
get
you.
it
want,
short and sweet.
Yeah.
if
So,
you
but
Insomniacs
if
gonna
you
be
want,
number one.
no,
Sick
we're,
number two.
yeah, well, and we kind of know that in the preseason ranking, and it shouldn't be any other way, right? There's nothing that Sickwit can do until they play the Insomniacs to say that they're better, right? Is that fair?
Mm, To be honest, I'm not even gonna say I'm not. The only reason they can say that they're better is because Insomniacs won when it mattered. You feel me?
But
But
that's what I'm saying. The Sick can't in a preseason claim that they're the best team in the division until they beat the Insomniacs. Period. In my opinion, I don't know.
we
So
going. I mean,
so
but
I think
I don't know.
instead of saying like, hey, this team's going to be that and that team's going to be this, which is obvious in the preseason rankings. Let me ask you this, guys. Based on what we saw in that Stick With It BIC game, which we could also just throw out completely because it was 190 degrees, but I'll let you guys make that decision. Based on what we saw from Stick With It against BIC, who arguably played better against BIC than the Insomniacs did. Again, you could throw it out because of the weather. Based on what we saw from Sick, do you think that they have what it takes to be close to, if not better than, what we expect a energized, motivated, and pissed off Insomniacs team to be this year?
And I keep it real with y'all real quick.
I hope
Whoever
you've been
court,
keeping it
I
real this
mean,
whole time.
yeah,
But
yeah. No, no. I mean about your sick Insomniacs.
yeah,
Whoever, who like, and I ain't I'm racist, nothing like that. But whoever that white QB was that played against us last year, in
Canyon
my
Stone King.
in my
Canyon Stone
opinion,
King.
he's better than Scooter.
Your opinion is what?
He's better than Scooter.
He was talking
Okay.
about Canyon Stone King.
No, I know, and then I just wanted to make sure he said he's better than Scooter. Um, okay,
He's better than Scooter.
is that enough, in your opinion, to give them a chance to beat the Insomniacs this year?
Yes, because and I'll say this because only because he took in. Bro, look at our game. Our game was a shootout the whole entire game into the fourth quarter.
Did you
And
guys have enough corners there that weren't dead tired because they were playing both ways?
no, we didn't.
So was it a fair comparison to say that you're fully stacked with Matt Riddick, Mark Bagway, and et cetera, against Scooter is the same defensive backfield against what Stickwood had to face in 190 degrees when it was Kason, Ashante, and Sterry playing back there in the defensive backfield?
What happened? A lot of dead
No,
air right now. What's going on?
We're
no.
talking. I just don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah,
correct. I can't hear Dub though.
I
Oh,
can
all
hear
right.
Dub.
Okay,
I
I
know I
think
can't
what
hear
happened
Dub
is
now.
I think Trey and Corey are buffering because all I see right
I
now is
think
me and 2-5 on the
transferring
screen,
from
and
computer to phone.
Trey and Corey's
I
screens
think
are
that
black, which is
Sick is
Nah,
unfortunate
going.
because there was
I
good
think
Trey
Sick's
because
gonna
here.
come out.
there was.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
here.
well,
Can you hear me?
I
on my
think
end.
Corey just fading out. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'm here. Am I moving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Can
yeah.
you
Okay,
guys
well
hear
you
me?
probably have a
Yeah,
clearer
you're
thing than
good.
I am
You're
because
good,
I'm
Trey. I
currently.
think Dub. I think Dub is again the offender, as he always will be.
But
Yeah,
Corey,
but
No,
you're
to
I'm.
be to be honest, I'm not trying to throw shade on nobody, but I think sick time has come. Like I
so
mean, every
your opinion is that even because this is where my baseline would be. I think a motivated Insomniacs team is one of the most dangerous things that we have in the A7FL. You think that six motivation or just improvement is going to match what the Insomniacs have been?
trying to be a three-time team to repeat for the first time ever in A7 isn't motivation, Corey. I don't. That's not enough motivation for you.
Well, it wouldn't
Did
be a
I
three
did
peat.
mean,
A
did
I
the
three.
mean,
Insomniacs look motivated during a season in which they were on Instagram asking for people to call plays and there was a triple reverse? Are we being honest? Are we being serious? I mean,
I'm telling
I'm
Knox. Listen, bro. Mark my words, bro. I'm telling you. I think Sick is gonna come out this year, bro. Because I think, listen, they got a taste of how it feels to play an East Coast team. They got that. They got that. That taste. And to say, like Corey just said, Sick would have played us better than the Somniacs did
to
in
be clear,
119-degree weather,
I said
but
that there's a caveat
not fully
because
staffed.
yeah, would you as a quarterback coach, Corey? No, Kenny Mack playing does not change your mind on the Insomniacs. Kenny Mack and RTC are playing for the Animals, guys. Didn't you see? No, nothing. Nobody likes that joke. Anyway, this is
No, I
this
saw
is
it.
I'm,
this all.
I'm, Trey. I'm with Trey on this one. I feel
I,
You
like,
think six? You
listen,
think six
I
there?
feel
listen,
like, I
listen,
feel
bro.
like this
Time is
season.
due.
I feel
Time
like,
is
I feel
due.
like this season. Uh, it's gonna be some different shit coming from Sick.
it, it's time, bro. It's, and I'm not even trying to throw shade on Insomniacs because they're a great team, but they're not better than BIC. But they're a great team. You know, I'm just saying it's time, bro. It's time. You think they tired of losing every single year going into the playoffs? And even last season when they played Insomniacs, it was a great game and playoff game. It was a great game. So
I mean, and
like,
then you got to think too, right? There. If you go over all the seasons that's been played, there hasn't been a season where they haven't come back and haven't been better. They've
they got
always
better every
gotten they've
year.
always gotten better, and wherever they may have lost pieces, they've definitely picked up some key pieces. You feel
Pieces.
me? So I feel like Sick is definitely gonna be coming out with some different shit this season, and it's gonna shock a lot of motherfuckers.
That's really interesting. Hey,
Yeah,
listen, my take is that I think, as much as I am a big Cyclid fan, and I feel like I always have been as soon as they existed. I don't know, but I do think that the Insomniacs still are better, at least right now. But I think if you know if you guys listen, if you guys are willing to go out on the limb, and Trey, you being a Vegas guy,
I'm not Vegas guy, bro. If I was saying that
I
clearly.
knew it would piss you off. That's why I said it. Um, so you guys may be on something. I want to just put on the record that 2 years ago, I called week one. I called it. I said that Sick With It was going to beat the Insomniacs the year that they did in the regular season. Um, I think that there are ebbs and flows to the motivation of the Insomniacs because let's be clear, when you're beating teams 70-0, including the blowout that they had against Sick With It early in the regular season last year, football becomes a little mundane, right? Like it's a little
Yeah.
monotonous. Um, I think one of the key reasons BIC was able to overcome the Insomniacs in the championship is the battles that BIC had been tested. And not that the Insomniacs weren't
Man,
good, but I don't think there was a team that played the Insomniacs that really made them play their best game at any point in the regular season or postseason, including the Animals that went out there and gave them a couple of really tough minutes. And then it got pretty ugly pretty quick.
yeah, Corey. Yeah, Corey. To talk on that about being battle tested last year,
Yeah, but yeah,
we
but
had
but
Tom
but
and
but I
Kenny
think
play.
Tajan, my point bringing up Matt Riddick was that as far as Matt Riddick being on BIC's roster is cool, great, but he was not in Vegas trying to play defense against Canyon Stone King. So when you look at the performance of Canyon Stone King, as much as I have, will, and at the time in real time, so past, present, and future, I was praising the performance. It's not
So
the same
hold on.
defense that Scooter played in the
You got
championship.
JG, you got Stone King. Some people would say Stone King is better than JG. Some people would say JG is better than Stone King. Now, what if Sick gets someone that's on the same level of JG
They have Knox.
plus
They
I,
have. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna say
but
nothing.
would
I
yeah,
know too
I
much,
wouldn't
bro.
argue
I know
that.
too much, bro. I know too much.
hey,
But I'm just
but
So
look,
so
Trey,
who's on the to this day? Who's on
Trey,
the
what
level of
you know,
JG?
Hold
Trey,
on, one at a time, one
what
at a
you
time.
now I was just gonna say, Trey, what you know, look at me. I know too.
I'm not saying nothing. I just know that this year is gonna be
Yeah,
what
so that's why
everybody's
I say
upset.
Listen,
shit is definitely gonna be different this season.
let me just say, if it's because of Dion Fox is heads and shoulders a worse quarterback than both of those other quarterbacks. Period.
That's crazy.
So Knox, what is the argument that says Dion Fox, a guy who has played more snaps in this league, to see the
Stone
film
King
than
has
both of
Stone
those
King has
guys?
Stone King has more than those guys. I
No,
I
Fox has played more than Geary and more than Stone
uh-huh.
King.
Stone King is
But
a D1
How
quarterback,
how
bro.
has Fox
yeah,
That's enough
proven to
said. That's
you
enough said. Dion is
what?
not a D1 quarterback. Stone King is a D1 quarterback, bro.
yeah.
Right? Right?
Stone
Listen,
Stone
guys go
Stone
D1
He's
all the
more
time.
developed.
No,
Corey,
Stone
come
King
on, Corey.
actually has some type of football IQ.
He has IQ. Like,
He does have knowledge. He does, does in my just view, he knows how to play the quarterback position a little bit better. He knows
But
how to
go ahead,
command the
bud.
hold on,
huddle. You know
hold
what I'm
on.
saying? He knows how to command the huddle. Like,
But go ahead, because you're the
That's
Fox fan.
BS. All right, listen. You know why last year when we played against him, we didn't get not one sack against him? Because by the time we got there, the ball was already out of his hands, bro. He
And
knew,
so the
like,
thing that everybody
it
thinks
was,
that makes Deion Fox a better quarterback is his ability to run. How
huh?
effective was that when he was a starter in this league, had years and years with talent around
I
him?
I went
How
up
was he
against
still
Stone.
not
I
able
mean,
to be able to be a
I
effective
went up
quarterback?
against
And
Fox
both of
though.
those
As
other guys were. If Deion Fox is so great,
Corey, correct me
who
if I'm
says
wrong.
he's great?
you
I said
guys
he's
are
better.
laughing and giggling like you're excited about the fact that a quarterback who statistically, by
It's
wins and
the fact
losses,
that you
by
it,
every
it
metric is worse than Jeremy Gary and
no.
his Stone
See,
King.
you're thinking that we're laughing about a whole Fox situation. We're
Well,
laughing about some. Hey,
I
we're
do.
laughing about some whole
About
other
something
shit.
else.
We're
Right.
laughing about some whole other shit. So it's like one of those where Mason has your inside scoops for certain shit.
We got
We
inside scoop for
we
certain shit
have
too.
inside scoops for certain shit too.
Yeah, but you're on a show
Dion is
where the
not better
point
than
of you
Stone
It
King
being
just
or
on the
has
Corey.
show is to get
has
Respectfully, bro.
information
nothing
to the
to
league.
it has nothing to
Okay,
do with Fox at
okay,
all.
All right,
Look,
that's fair.
okay.
look,
That's
look,
fair.
look, look.
We got four
And okay,
minutes,
look.
And
and we
it's
need to
not
get our
up to
final
us.
thoughts in.
It's not necessarily up to us to disclose that information.
And that's fair.
Corey,
That's fair.
Corey, tell
All right.
me one.
Respectfully,
Tell me one game Dion hasn't got hurt in. Tell me
No,
one
I'm
game.
not a Deion
Hold
Fox
on, hold on,
fan.
hold on.
I root for
show
him.
me a game where he's finished the whole game.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you guys going to make me say that availability is the best ability? Don't fucking make me say that. Jesus Christ. You
I
know why
say
he
it
gets
all.
hurt every game? You know
I say
why
it
he
all the
gets hurt
time.
every game? Because as a quarterback, it's his job to make a decisive choice in the play. Throw to a receiver, throw to another receiver, or run. Does he do
So
that consistently? I don't
He
know.
gets hurt every.
so
No, no,
so
no, no.
so 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 it's
It's his
safe to
pride.
say that he hasn't necessarily been behind a good line.
If you guys are ready to move on from Jeremiah Reeves, don't come in here and say that Deion Fox is anywhere near the caliber of quarterback that
He's better
Kenyon
than
Stone
Jeremiah
King and
Reeves.
Jeremy Geary have proven to be. That's it.
I
I
no
think Deion Fox is
JG's
talented as
way
hell, by
better
the
than
way.
Fox. I'll
What?
take JG any day.
Yeah.
I'll take JG over Fox any day.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
I'll take
okay.
JG over Stone King any day.
We got
Yeah.
two
I think
minutes.
that's
Jeremy good.
fair.
Shit.
Yeah, I
I
think
played
that's
against
fair.
Jeremy for like 6, 7 years. Jeremy good.
And you know what?
Okay.
Deion Fox probably can play a bunch of positions. He's allowed on the roster. Go ahead.
But I'm saying
I
he's
would want to
injury
see
prone.
Fox go play like if I'm a coach, I'm trying to get Fox to get his ass on like the D line or something. Like
Nah,
go
man.
play D line. You
Nah,
feel
man.
me?
Fox should be playing quarterback for one of these teams because
Nah.
he could prove my dumbass wrong, and that would make me actually feel great.
So Corey,
All right.
Corey.
We have, I
Uh,
think, Dub said it earlier. We have a couple of minutes. So,
all right.
Trey,
Let's just one
I
question.
can't wait to hear what you have to say. And then, Dub, you can get us into our final thoughts. Trey,
All right, Corey.
what's your thing?
Do you think you're better than Dion? Keep it a buck.
Talented? Do you
Keep
think
it a
I'm more
buck.
talented than Dion? Fuck no, of
I'm.
course not.
I'm. Okay.
No, are you better? Who's a better quarterback, you or
Has
Dion?
Dion Fox ever passed for 1,000 yards in an A7FL season?
Who's better, you or Dion?
I've passed for 1,000 yards more times than no. Listen. I've passed for 1,000 yards in the A7FL more times than
Okay,
Deion Fox has won individual games. Hold on,
okay.
hold on.
Now
You can laugh. You
if
can laugh.
you
Let me just clarify the point. To be clear, I have passed for more 1,000 yard seasons than Deion Fox has won games. Okay, is he way more talented than me? Yeah, he's what 6'5". He runs a 4.3, and he can throw the ball farther and harder, and maybe in shorts and a t-shirt with no rush, more accurate than me in times. But I'll ask you this: would you rather take a quarterback if I wasn't ancient and literally like falling apart that had
but could
more
but
seasons with a
couldn't
1,000 yards with
couldn't
shit
you
rosters around me? than a
couldn't you
quarterback that has
now?
less than that in wins in a season. Guys, I
But
passed for 1,000 yards in 8 seasons in the A7FL.
Corey, let's keep it real though. You now at your current state and age, body shape, all that shit.
Yeah.
If you've been around all the teams that he's played for, would you not have put out a better product?
If I was on that force team, I would have won either as many games or more, in my opinion. I'm a better quarterback right now than Deion Fox, although he is way more talented than I am. But that's the difference, in my opinion.
That's fair.
I mean, let's ask it the other way. Can Deion Fox on the 0-7 Renegades or the 0-7 Boston Omegas last the season?
Hell no, not
He can't even
especially
last.
not
He
with
can't
that
even last the game. How
competition.
you gonna last the season?
Like
So I don't know.
Fox can give
I
us a
I
good game
actually
against the Hunters. He can give us a good game against the Gold. But when it's time to play the Insomniacs or fucking sick with it, like
he's probably in a similar
he never
position than me
finishes
at
the
the end of
game.
the game.
He
Let's
never
be honest.
finishes the game.
Let's be honest. Well, I do finish games, so that's not the same. But I'm gonna be clear. No disrespect to Deion Fox. If I was on the teams that he was on, in a lot of those situations, the end result of the game would be relatively similar. I don't think that at this point in my career, or even at my prime, I would be the difference maker to raise the level of the force to be better than the Insomniacs roster. However, I can complete a pass, a forward pass, one out of
A
every two
manly forward
times over
pass.
the course of 12
Ooh.
over the course of 12 seasons with this same bit of rules.
Look
And
what
That
I have
pass.
happened.
I have been the underdog probably in 6 out of 10 of the games that I've played, and I have a 500% winning percentage. So I'm about as average as they come. But to be clear, I have more 1,000-yard passing seasons than Deion Fox has individual victories in this league.
Let me say one thing real quick. And
I don't know.
Justin, cool case you couldn't agree with me. Look what happened the first year they played. No, the second year they played um the Somniacs. It was a game until Dion um threw interceptions, and at that point the game got out of hand.
And by the way,
But it was
when
a
he was
game.
on, when he
It
was
was a
on,
game.
he looked like one of the better quarterbacks in the league.
I, I don't know.
Consistency matters, and Trey said it earlier.
I don't
It
know.
does. But
Okay.
I'm about to hop off, guys. Thank you for having me on the show. Dubs,
Bro, we're
thank you
about to
again, man.
wrap up. You're gonna walk out, and we're gonna end the show in like 5 minutes. All right, never
I'm
mind.
3 hours ahead
Dub,
of you.
Dub, Dub,
Well, we're the same time zone.
tee us up.
Well, we are way past final thoughts because we are 3 minutes over. But special
All
thanks
right.
to Trey Robinson for joining us on the show, and a special thanks to Dr. Mizzle for sneaking in and joining us, and always Will Franklin for funny comments. But appreciate you guys for watching. For Live with 25, for Corey Hammond, and for our guest Trey Robinson, I'm Dub, and we will see you next week for episode number 170. And we'll see you on the other side of the ball. Good night.